Hi everyone and welcome to Erongo Talk. My name is Adolf Kaure and today we find ourselves here at the Swakopmund Jetty. So today we have a jam-packed show with all our usual segments like the news as well as the weather and tides. We also have an interviews with karate athletes, that is Mayvonne Swart as well as Keanu Stuurman, who will be talking more about their future karate endeavors. It is now time for the news. So a murder case was reported after a police officer was stabbed to death at about midnight in James Brown Street, Kwalifiseringstoernooi on Saturday. So the deceased was identified as Asser Dominicus, who's a 29-year-old, after the next of kin were also informed. So the Erongo Police Unit Commander for Community Affairs, Inspector Eleni Shapumba, confirmed the incident. The deceased was walking with his girlfriend to her place after visiting a friend when a group of about 5 male persons approached them with knives and searched them but did not find anything valuable from them. While the suspects walked away, the deceased and the girlfriend proceeded, and he, that is now the deceased, was stabbed from behind on his left upper shoulder. When he turned around, he was stabbed again on his chest as well as abdomen, and the suspect fled. So that was what Inspector Eleni Shapumba confirmed. And lastly, another desalination plant for Namibia is no longer merely a potential but a reality, as the government will build such a facility. The Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, Calle Schlettwein, said on the outskirts of Swakopmund on Saturday. So Schlettwein was officiating the groundbreaking of the Quisip Collector 2 pipeline between Swakopmund and Swakopmund. So he said that the government has taken a principled decision to build a new desalination plant over the above the one which is already in existence. So he is quoted as saying the feasibility study for the construction of the new desalination plant has been completed and shows that an additional desalination plant is viable and needed. So a site has already been identified for this large project that needs resourcing, he said. He also said that we believe that through a public-private partnership through which private sector capital can be leveraged to fund the construction process while keeping NamWater the owner of the resource, which is the water that will be produced. So that is what the Minister Schlettwein said at this occasion. So that concludes the news. You can definitely check out all these stories and much more on our website, which is www.erongo.com.na.
The Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair 2021 brings you exhibition excellence and will be taking place from 26 to 31 August at the Ongwediva Trade Fair Showgrounds. The theme this year is Gearing for a Smart Economy. This year, exhibitors have the option to showcase their products and services at the Ongwediva Trade Fair Showgrounds or virtually via a special trade fair website. Apply for a stand at www.oatf.com.na. Call 065-230-191. Email info@oatf.com.na. The Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair 2021 is proudly sponsored by MTC, FNB, Nedbank, Ongwediva Town Council.
Erongo tot kuier in die geselskap van Mayvonne Swart. Hoe gaan het?
Dit gaan goed, dankie en self.
Nee, ek kan nie klaar nie. Ek voel protected, man. Ek voel veilig.
Ek is baie bly jy voel veilig.
Sê vir my, Mayvonne, jy is op pad Frankryk toe. Wat gaan doen jy daar?
Ek is gekies om vir Namibië te verteenwoordig in Frankryk en Parys vir die Olimpiese kwalifikasies.
Wow. Is dit die eerste keer wat jy die land het gaan?
Nee, dit is nie die eerste keer.
Waar was jy al vir karate?
Ek was al in Rwanda, Marokko, Durban, 'n hele paar plekke. Ja, Mosambik ook, ja.
Nou sê vir ons, waar het hierdie karate ding begin vir jou?
Dit het begin toe ek kleiner was. My pa is 'n sensei by Shotokan karate en dit is waar ek maar begin het om karate te doen.
Ja, sê. En hoe lank doen jy al karate?
Ek doen nou karate vir so 14 jaar, min of 14 jaar.
So dit is in jou bloed. Dit is eintlik in jou bloed. Sê vir my, wat doen karate vir jou as 'n persoon?
Ek dink dit is soos karate self, jy leer selfverdediging en dit is waar ons nou vir kwalifikasies gaan, is dit meer van of 'n sport en nie meer daai wat jy op die straat sal vir jouself verdedig en meer 'n sport soos netbal of iets. Dit is waar jy jouself kan geniet en net op jou eie wees en op jou eie fokus.
Nou sê vir my om na Olimpiese vlak te gaan. Dit kos seker baie voorbereiding, inspanning en al hierdie dinge. Hoe het jy vir jou voorberei?
Ek het al, soos ek sê, het ek al 14 jaar karate gedoen, so ek voel jy is voorberei van die dag af wat jy begin het en elke stapie wat in jou lewe gebeur en ek is by Shotokan karate, ek oefen daarso en dan het ek in Suid-Afrika geoefen by Sensilualen en dan self by ons eie Sensilualen, ons Namibië so Namibië.
Vertel ons van jou oefenprogram. Wat behels dit?
My oefenprogram is, ek wissel dit maar tussen my studies in Suid-Afrika, maar sover nou het ek 14 dae afgekom om hierso net elke dag te oefen. So dit is in die aande het ek oefening en ons het nou verlede week het ons 'n oefenkamp gehad waar Suid-Afrikaners afgekom het en saam met ons geoefen het en om vir ons beet soos te help en goed. So ons het Vrydag 4 ure geoefen, die Saterdag 8 ure en die Sondag het ons nog 'n 3 ure geoefen in die oggend.
Nou sê nou vir my, gaan beklei jy nou daar in Frankryk of is dit katas? Wat gaan doen jy daar in Frankryk?
Ek gaan in die divisie kata deelneem, waar jy kata en komite deelneem. So die katas waar jy tegnieke agter mekaar doen en komite is waar jy fight.
So, is jy reg?
Natuurlijk is ek reg, ja.
Johan, dit lyk of jy 'n bar sou kan slaan. Hoe hard slaan jy?
Nee, ek weet nie, vra maar vir die ander persoon.
Sê vir my, jou boodskap aan die jeug daar buite. Wat sal jy vir hulle sê?
Ek sal vir hulle sê, moet nooit te dink, soos ek kom van Swakop af en alles, en Swakop is maar 'n klein dorpie en goed, maar moet nooit opgee en bly net aan fokus, daar is groter dinge nog buite.
Daar dames en here, julle het dit uit die perd se mond gehoor en ons hou, hoe sê hulle, gekruiste vingers vir jou.
Duim vas.
Duim vas, ons hou duim vas.
Baie dankie.
Sterkte.
Baie dankie.
Ek kuier by Keanu en Keanu is op pad Frankryk toe om te gaan karate namens Namibië. Hoe gaan dit, Keanu?
Dit gaan baie goed saam met jou. Ek hoop dit gaan goed saam met jou.
Ja. Sê vir my, dit gaan goed beslis man. Waar het karate vir jou begin?
Karate het by my begin van graad 2 af. So wat ek van graad 2 af tot nou toe. So dis omtrent so 14, 15 jaar se karate wat ek al doen.
Nou sê vir my, jy is nou pad Frankryk toe. Wat gaan jy daar gaan doen?
Ek gaan doen kata saam met Mayvonne. Ons albei is gekies om van Namibia te gaan verdedig in kata.
En wat is jou oogpunt? Wat wil jy gaan bereik daai kant?
My goal is daai kant is om te qualify om Olympics toe te gaan. So ek is nou halfpad naby aan my droom. So die ander helfte is so net wanneer ek in Frankryk kom en op die mat en gaan klaar kry dat ek kan deurkom om Olympics toe te gaan.
Ek dink om op hierdie vlak te kom verg seker baie voorbereiding en opoffering. Wat doen jy as persoon om jou level te maintain?
Ja, dit vat nog as baie voorbereiding en al daai. So ek vat net elke dag, dag vir dag vat ek dit deur. So dis al vir 14, 15 jaar wat ek al voorberei. Basically om Olympics te gaan. So ek gaan dit deur, oefen, jy vat so daar's baie sacrifices, daar's deur goed, daar's goed tye wat dit ook nie sou goed gaan saam met jou nie, man. Dan moet jy net weer deur stoot. So alles so alles sal reg.
Sê vir my, na wie kyk jy vir inspirasie?
So wat ek nou vir inspirasie kyk, so daar's baie mense. Ja, so vooral soos in karate is daar baie mense. Daar's Damian Cantero, hy is van Spanjaard. Daar's wat is sy naam? Hy is van Japan. So ek kan nie nou sy naam onthou nie, maar hy is ook een van daai wat ek vir baie opkyk. En daar's ook daai wat ook hierso was, soos in die Wetmolman. Hy was ook by ons dojo gewees. So ek het ook na hom toe gekyk. En
dan jou boodskap vir die jeug daar buitekant.
My boodskap vir die jeug daar buitekant. Is net ek soos in al lyk dit moeilik buitekant. Al lyk dit dit wat die deur gaan, al lyk dit soos in jy sal die deur kan maak. Jy moet net vasbyt aanhou en al die baie groot droom. Jy moet groot droom. Jy moet nie van jy net een lewe. So why not go for it? Why not go for your dreams? So jy hoef nie terug te hou vir jou drome nie. En daar's ook een ding wat ek myself gesê het, soos 'n motto van my, hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard.
Nou sê vir my, het jy al Namibië verteenwoordig? Hoe het jy Namibië verteenwoordig en het jy al medaljes vir ons gebring?
Ja, ek het al van Namibië geteenwoordig, maar dit sal my eerste keer is wat ek nou sal oorsee gaan. Ek het net in Afrika en ek van Namibië geteenwoordig. So in Mozambique was dit Region 5, toe ek 'n silwer medalje daar gekry. Daar was 'n Region 5 hier in Swakopmund geweest, toe kry ek 2 brons en 'n silwer medalje. In Botswana, ongelukkig in Botswana het ek nie medalje gekry nie, maar soos daai is die enigste setback wat ek sover gehad het.
Nou hoe voel dit om uit te gaan vir die eerste keer?
Sure, daar is die woorde wat dit is. So ek sal maar gaan kyk hoe se daai kant en dan as ek terugkom, dan kyk ek hoe ver is my level compared to hulle se level en dan kom ek terug, dan moet ek weer van oor af werk.
Nou daar het julle dit, ons hou duim vas soos hulle sê, né? Ja. En ons vertrou julle gaan julle beste gaan lewer in Frankryk van Namibië. Baie dankie.
Dankie. Ek wil nog iets, ek wil net sê dankie. Dankie vir Swakopmund munisipaliteit, dankie vir die dom, die training jou sente om vir my te help wat hier alles deurgebring het, deur my oefening en al daai en almal wat bydra het om vir my te bring waar ek vandag hier is. Wil ek net sê baie dankie en hulle moet hulle se dag geniet.
Vertel van my van jou oefenprogram.
Van my oefenprogram. My oefenprogram is nog as 'n bietjie hektiek. So ek oefen elke dag. 3 sessions 'n dag. So verskillende goede, as jy wat ek strength doen, conditioning doen, elke Vrydag swem ek. Ek swem elke Vrydag swem ek. En dan doen ek ook my katas. So dan gaan ek deur my karate bewegings en ja.
Wat is 'n sterkpunt van jou?
My sterkpunt in my katas nou. So ek sal sê sterkpunt in my katas is my spoed. So ek is nog as redelik vinnig.
Dankie man.
Dis 'n plesier.
Chap. Okay, is it? Honorable Mayor, you have just sent off Mayvonne and Keanu. What would your message be to them?
My message to them is for these young children. I would like to say I'm happy to see my young youth children are participating in this competition and takes our flag so highly to other countries, and also this is a good news for us, for our town, specific Swakopmund, and also for our Namibian country, to say that our children are participating in sports.
Yes.
So therefore, I wish them a safe traveling and go participate and bring back for a good news to say that the competition they win. That is what I wish them to go and win. And
Namibians, the rest of Namibians, they are actually ambassadors.
they are two ambassadors of Namibians
Yes,
for us
yes.
or Namibians.
Yes.
This is the let me say they uplift also our country to say they are the one who's presenting the whole country of Namibians.
Yes.
And this is what we don't need only for two of them. This is the message to say all the Namibian children, they have opportunity, wherever they have opportunity to do something, they must just do it hard. And I wish also others like institution or stakeholders to support a kind of children when they want to fly outside with a sports or something like that.
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you very much.
Is a topic that has generated much discussion all over the country, but especially here, and that is the construction of a new desalination plant. Everyone tells us we are a dry country, limited resources and so on, but you know, maybe we have an unlimited resource right on our doorstep, that of the ocean. It's water, but it's not very tasty, it's not very palatable, it's actually not drinkable. So we must desalinate it to make it drinkable, and then we must get it from here to wherever water is needed. There are two problems with it. To desalinate it, we need a lot of power, and unfortunately the ocean is at the lowest part of the country, so wherever we take it, it needs pumping cost. So it's very energy thirsty. But as a source, it is very, very valuable. So we have taken the principal decision to build a new desalination plant over and above the existing that we have. In fact, after this, we will go to the site where we probably will build it. It's a large project. It needs resourcing. But we believe that through a public-private partnership arrangement, through which we can leverage private sector capital to fund the construction, but keep NamWater the owner of the source, that's the water, that is the structure along which this public-private partnership will produce and deliver a desalination plant. It is aimed at resolving the water production constraints in the region, but it does one additional thing. We have talked about integrated water management systems, and we believe that in the central area, that is around our capital Windhoek, we are running into a situation where the sources that we tap into to satisfy the water need are becoming limited, and we must go further and further away from Windhoek to tap into additional resources. We have now compared the cost of development for Windhoek with, for instance, the cost of development at the coast. And there's a good argument to be made out that many industries can be settled at the coast, where we have a limitless water source, where it is desalinated. So to shift development into the coast, following the lines of creating Walvisbaai and Swakopmund as the logistic hubs for not only Namibia but the SADC hinterland, brings about a must for a desalination plant at the coast, so that we are ahead of the curve, so that we are able to say water is not a problem, we will give you water instead of saying when you come we will promise to give you water. Investors don't react on promises, they react on factual situation. That's why we say the desalination plant is not anymore a potential, it is now a reality. We will build it.
Stay tuned for the tides and the weather forecast for all the major towns in the Erongo region. And that unfortunately brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk. It has definitely been a pleasure having you in my company. So if you want to get more news and much more, you can definitely check out our website, which is erongo.com.na. That is www.erongo.com.na. You can also check out our WhatsApp number, which is 0811 700 40. That is 0811 700 40. So that is your go-to number for advertisement opportunities, as well as if you want to send us any of your videos as well as news tips. So until tomorrow, have a nice day.